So there are two types of igneous rocks. They are extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. The first one is extrusive igneous rocks. So, like as you see in this picture, the lava comes out from the volcano. Okay, in the previous classes you have studied about this volcano, lava coming out of a volcano. So when lava, what is lava? Lava is actually a fiery red molten magma. So as you see in this picture, it's a fiery red molten magma comes out from the interior of the earth on its surface. So after reaching the earth surface, the molten materials get solidified and form rocks. So the molten magma, when it comes out as lava, they get solidified. The liquid it gets converted into solids. So it gets solidified and form the rocks. And these rocks are called as extrusive igneous rocks. Extrusive igneous rocks. These rocks are fine grained and glassy in nature due to rapid solidification. So they will look like fine grains. Okay, grains. Do you know what are grains? So they will look like fine grains and glassy. And basalt found in the northwestern part of the peninsular India is the example for this type of rock. So in India, northwestern part has these basalts. Basalt is a mineral, and these basalts are the result of this type of extrusive igneous rocks. Then we have intrusive. The second type is called as intrusive igneous rocks. Like as you see in this picture, the molten magma, sometimes in the first type the molten magma comes out and it gets solidified. In this second type, the molten magma sometimes cools down deep inside the earth's crust and becomes solid. And these rocks are formed inside. So they are called as intrusive igneous rocks. Then since the cool down slowly and they form crystals, and they are called crystalline rocks. Since they cool down inside and they slowly form crystals, they are also called as crystalline rocks. And intrusive igneous rocks are of two types: plutonic rocks and hypabyzal rocks. Okay. So the plutonic rocks and hypabyzal rocks are the two types of intrusive igneous rocks. The deep-seated rocks are called plutonic rocks, and the ones formed at shallow depths are called hypabyzal rocks. So the very deep-seated rocks are called as plutonic rocks, and the shallow depths, not very deep, so they are called as hypabyzal rocks. Granite, diorite and gabbro, these are the examples of plutonic rocks, that is deep seated rocks, and dolerite is an example of hypabyzal rocks. These are the two types of intrusive igneous rocks. And you would be knowing about volcanoes. Last year we have studied about active volcanoes. Active volcanoes, at any time the magma may come out. So examples are Mount Vesuvius, Mount Stromboli and Mount Etna in Italy, and Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea in Hawaii Islands are the major examples of active volcanoes. So since intrusive igneous rocks, they formed from volcanoes, you should be knowing about them. Then we have sedimentary rocks. The word sedimentary has been derived from Latin word Sedimentum means settling down. So settling down of rocks, different types of rocks, they are called as sedimentary rocks. The sedimentary rocks are formed by the sediments derived and deposited by various agents. Here you can see the picture of sedimentary rocks. So different types of deposits. So the sedimentary rocks are formed by the sediments derived and deposited by various agents. Due to high temperature and pressure, the undisturbed sediments of long period cemented to form sedimentary rocks, one above the other. Okay, due to high temperature and pressure, these sediments, they get settled one above the other and form these sedimentary rocks. What is sedimentary means? Sedimentum means settling down. So they get settled down one above the other and they become sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks consist of many layers, like as you see in this picture, which were formed by the sediments deposited at different periods. So different time periods, okay, they will not take place at one point of time, they will take place in different points of time. And as it consists of many strata, it is also known as stratified rocks. Stratified rocks, different layers, you can see different layers of rocks. So they are called as stratified rocks. Now, what are the characteristics of these sedimentary rocks? See, the first one, they have many layers. They have many layers and they are non-crystalline rocks. And they contain fossils. And fourth one, they are soft and get eroded easily. They will get eroded easily means they will be moved, they can be moved away easily. So these are the different types of characteristics of sedimentary rocks. Then in this sedimentary rocks also we have three types. One is organic sedimentary rocks, mechanical sedimentary rocks and chemical sedimentary rocks. What is mechanical? What is organic sedimentary rock? These rocks are the result of the decomposition of dead plants and animals. It contains fossils, chalk, talc, dolomite and limestone rocks are of this category. So these are the organic sedimentary rocks, the organic waste. The organic waste of dead plants and animals, they form this organic sedimentary rocks, and from this rocks we get chalk pieces, okay, chalk, talc, the talcum powder, and then dolomite and limestone. They are formed from this organic sedimentary rocks. Then second one, mechanical sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed due to the disintegration of igneous and metamorphic rocks. The natural agents erode and transport these rocks and deposit them at some places. After a long period of time, they cemented to form rocks. Examples: sandstone, shale and clay are the examples of rocks of this type. So third, chemical sedimentary rocks. These are formed by precipitating of minerals from water. It is formed usually through evaporation of chemical rich solution. Example: gypsum. Gypsum is an example of this kind. And we will stop here. The other types of rocks and soils we will learn from the next video.